brought us no relief, because in the 3rd year of Nebuchadnezzar's reign, he turned his gaze upon Jerusalem and besieged it. And the Lord delivered the king of Judea into his hand, along with all of his officers, nobles, and administrators. We, the exiles, arrived in Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar ordered Ashpenaz, his chief eunuch, to select some of the Israelites from the royal family and nobility, young men without any physical defect and showing aptitude for every kind of learning, one of whom was myself.
O Lord, Jerusalem has sinned greatly. Like a widow is she, once great among the nations, a queen among the people, has become a slave, her children captive before the foe. My eyes overflow with tears. For you, Lord, are righteous, yet we rebelled against your command. Comfort me, O Lord, comfort me and my brothers, and restore our spirit.
I miss Jerusalem.
As do I. I feel that we shall never see her again.
Have faith, my brothers. I have only begun my studies. But here, the prophet Jeremiah, son of Hilkiah, has written that we shall serve the king of Babylon for 70 years.
70 years is a long time.
As punishment for our sins.
And even if we were to survive it, we would be very old.
Very old indeed.
You are summoned for your meal.
Why would they only take 10,000 of us and leave the rest of our people behind?
Yes. Look at who they've taken. The scholars, the princes, our military leaders, and our families.
It's the Babylonian way of conquest. You take away the leaders, and the rest can easily be governed.
They've changed our names, hoping we'll forget our God, and our clothes, so we'll look like them.
They've changed everything about us. We need to make each other a promise. Never to become like them.
My brothers, such a promise is worthless, for we are but men. What we need to promise is to always love our God and be obedient to Him. And in so doing, what we become on the outside will not matter.
Set it here.
Lord Steward, please allow me to ask, what is this meat? Where is it from? And how was it slaughtered?
The cattle are from the king's herd. They are fattened along the river and strangled before the altars of Marduk before their flesh is carried to the kitchens. The swine are from the king's pens. They are fed on choice food. And it is rumored the king's executioner laces their feed with the entrails of his victims, so that the king's chosen may feast and grow strong on the flesh of his enemies. It is considered the greatest of delicacies.
To some, perhaps, but not to us. We are forbidden to eat it. For the Almighty has commanded us, the pig is unclean. You are not to eat their meat or touch their carcasses. Nor can we eat anything sacrificed to gods other than our own.
But the king cannot, he will not change the customs of his hall to fit your wishes. You must know this.
And we will not ask him to.
But you must eat. I have been charged with your well-being. If you are seen to be wasting away, I'm afraid of what my lord the king will do. He will have my head.
And we would not wish it so. Therefore, put your servants to the test. For 10 days, give us nothing but vegetables to eat and water to drink. Then compare our appearance to that of the other young men who eat the royal food.
10 days.
10 days.
And if, after that, your appearance is found wanting?
Then we will do as you wish.
Your request was polite. I'm rather surprised it was honored.
I have no doubt the Lord favorably disposed his heart to hear our request. By the end of 10 days, my companions and I looked healthier and better nourished than the young men who ate the royal food. And so the chief eunuch allowed us to continue refusing the wine and choice fare. And we remained undefiled. The period of our instruction went by quickly. During those many years, we were living in a foreign land, speaking a foreign language, and living under a foreign king. But despite this, our hearts belonged only to God. And at the end of that time, my companions and I were presented before Nebuchadnezzar himself.
The king's executioner, Arioch, will be in the chamber. If you are found unworthy, you will be executed on the spot. And so will I. Lord King, I present you the princes of Judah, preserved by the right hand of your mercy and tutored by the left hand of your wisdom. They are come before you now for judgment as to their training. They are Belteshazzar, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Who am I?
You are Nebuchadnezzar, son and heir of Nabopolassar, king of Babylon. You have destroyed Nineveh the mighty, seat of Assyria, and taken from her hand the scepter of nations. You are the commander of commanders, and king of kings, from the rising of the sun unto its setting in the western sea. And beneath heaven there is none more powerful than thee.
You, come forth. Why should I allow you, sons of my former enemies, to serve in my court?
Because you have spared the lives of our people who were delivered into your hand, and because the word of the prophet Jeremiah has come unto us, saying, This is what the Lord God Almighty, the God of Israel, says to all those carried into exile from Jerusalem to Babylon. Build houses and settle down. Plant gardens and eat what they produce. Marry and have sons and daughters. Also, seek the prosperity of the city to which I have carried you into exile. Pray to the Lord for it. For if it prospers, you too will prosper.
This is good. So now even your God commands you to serve me. I have no need of lapdogs. Would you dare to tell me the truth, even if you knew it would displease me?
Lord King, it must be so. I will speak only the truth. And when you would not hear it, you must ask me nothing.
I pronounce them worthy. Have their names be written in the book of the wise.